Hey, Sydney. Hey, manager. You're in a good mood. I'm scared. I am in a good mood. I hired someone new yesterday. You know we really need the help, so it was very exciting for me. She's starting today, actually. Oh, yeah, I know you've been wanting to hire some new people. Am I training them? Yes and no. Oh, her name's Caitlin, by the way. Yes and no. Does she have experience, like, working in restaurants? Yes, this one, actually, a long time ago, like when it first opened. Oh. Did she apply like 6-ish days ago? Yeah, you must have met her already. I did. So, uh, which position is she going to? Well, ultimately, she wants to be a bartender and a banquet bartender, especially. But you know how things work here. She has to start at the bottom like everyone else, learn how things work and the menu and stuff. So she's gonna start hosting for probably 1 to 3 months, depending how fast she picks it up. Oh my god, yeah, I'm so excited. She seemed really nice. Yeah, I am too. It sounds like she only had like a month or two experience of hosting, but she was mostly just a server. But since she served, I'm sure she can pick it up pretty fast. So just show her around and everything. Great. Is she gonna be like morning, mids, nights? All of the above. I'm sure you'll see her around, starting tonight. Oh, look, there she is. Hey, Caitlin, welcome to your first shift. It's not my first shift. Remember, I used to work here. It's probably like my, I don't know, 100,000 shift. Right, so your first shift back. Things have changed. I don't even recognize this place or anyone here. It's really weird. I'm sure you'll fit right in and pick it up super fast. It'll all come rushing back to you even though things have changed. Sydney here is going to be training you, showing you around tonight. Training me? Her? She's like 15 years younger than me. And she's been here, what, like a month? And plus, I've worked here before her, longer than her. I don't even need to be like a host. I mean, can't just that just be like a one time thing? I know you want to move up the ladder, but it does have to be at least 1 to 3 months. And she's been here 3 years. She's really good at her job. Don't worry, you're in good hands. If you say so. Good luck, ladies. If you need anything, I'll be in my office. Just let me know. I leave at 6. Bye. Did you just roll your eyes at me? No. Kids these days are so dramatic. 22, and I don't seem to be the dramatic one, but okay, let me show you around. Welcome to restaurant. You don't have to do that. Do what? Welcome to restaurant. How can I help you? That. I mean, greet you as you walk in? As a host, that's kind of my job? Yes, but I know management makes you say that. You don't have to say it to me. Okay, so what can I do for you? You can dial back on the attitude for one. I'm just giving you constructive criticism. I am so confused. My name is Bailey. I'm sure you've probably heard of me at some point. I don't know how long you've been here, but I definitely left a legacy. I used to work here. Oh, cool. I've never heard of you. Okay, well, it must be like your first week or something because everyone here loved me, and I know they still talk about me. I've worked here for 3 years, and I've never heard of your name before. Must just have a really bad memory then. I know people have mentioned me. Is Eliana here? No. Well, is she gonna be working today? Do you know when she works next? Do you know who that is? In the 3 years that I've worked here, there's never been an Eliana. She must have quit right after me. I mean, it was pretty terrible at the time. What about Lucy? Nope. Harry? I mean, he had worked here for like 5 years. No? And a lot of people here are high school or college students, so when they graduate, they move and leave. I was a junior in college when I left. Okay, well, what about Wallace? Never heard that name in my life. Seriously? Because he was the manager for 10 years. Why did he leave? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Is there anything else that I can help you with? Does anyone work here from when I worked here? When did you work here? I guess like 5, 10, 11, 12 years ago? You worked here over a decade ago and you think people still work here? We switched owners like 5-ish years ago and the managers, they were fired and New owners? What happened to the last ones? Sold the restaurant? I don't know. There's not a single person here, not even the owners that worked here when I worked here. Damn it. Sorry. Is there anything else I can help you with? I wanted to pick up where I left off because I moved back home and I'm in between jobs and I wanted someone who knew me to vouch for me, but ugh. You just want to apply? Why didn't you say that? Here, this is a QR code you have to scan. Why would I scan that? I don't need to really upload a resume, do I? Used to work here. I don't have paper applications anymore. It's all online. And then you can choose who to send it to, you know, for like bartending, serving, hosting, banquets. Yeah. Okay, well, can I use that iPad to do it? No, this is the hostess iPad. Use your phone. They make you apply on your own device? That's ridiculous. No, it's not. Good luck. Thanks. I'll be back. Great. I never said you were gonna cover Greg and Anna's shift. Like, when did I say that? Yesterday, you said Greg and Anna both called out for their shift tomorrow. Their shift was right after mine ended. I was third cut. And you said I could not leave until my replacement showed up, which would not be until like 4 p.m. when the dinner people come. You just proved my point. I did not say you are covering Greg and Anna's shift. Not in those exact words, but that's basically what you said. And I told you I'm going to clock out when my shift is over because I need to leave. Well, it sounds like Lily can cover Greg's shift. Can you cover Anna's? No, I don't know how many times I have to say it. I need to leave when my shift ends at noon. Well, who's gonna cover the other section? We're gonna be short-staffed. Yesterday you said that no one's gonna show up because it's gonna be so slow. And I'm sure you and Lily can figure it out. 'Cause I'm leaving. I can't cover one of their shifts. I have so much to do. I can't even be out here on the floor right now. Like, do you know what it takes to be a manager? You're out here right now. If you need to go finish some manager stuff, like posting the schedule, which you do right before our shift starts, you could just do that now and then fill in for Greg or Anna later. That's a funny joke. I'm not a server. That's not how it works. You started off as a server here, and you still serve sometimes. Those are different circumstances. I plant myself on the schedule accordingly. You mean you want to look like you do stuff on the floor when the owner's here? I don't need your attitude right now. I have things to do. Get back to work or I'm going to write you up. Just hypothetically, if one of us servers like puked our guts out or broke a leg and we had to leave right now, what would you do? What kind of question is that? You all look perfectly fine to me. Why are you wasting time? Well, like, would you fill in for us? Would you try and call someone to get here? Or would you just have 2 servers on the floor? Well, I don't know. Well, good luck figuring that out, because I quit. You quit? It's not April 1st, it's June 4th. That's correct, because it's not a joke. I quit, and I'm leaving right now. You can't just quit. Ever heard of 2 weeks notice or professionalism? Respect? You're gonna leave us high and dry over here. No, I'm not, and frankly, it's not my problem anymore. You have 2 amazing servers, yourself, you could call people, but I am done with you taking advantage of me. I'm leaving. Okay, well, you better not put this place down as a reference because I'm gonna tell them not to hire you. Yeah, I would never put this place down as a reference anyway. Goodbye. Good for her. Bye, have fun, safe travels. Lily, you're supposed to be on my side. You still work here, don't you, or did you want to follow her? Well, first, she's my friend. And now that she quit, she's a customer, and so you have to be nice to her. Just get back to work. Hey, Lily. Hey, morning. Tell your mom happy birthday for me. Thanks, I will, if I ever get there. What do you mean? Aren't you driving up after your shift today? I'm supposed to. I should be getting off at like 11, but manager is begging me or like forcing me to stay those 2 hours that Greg and Anna are gone. And I mean, with the traffic that I would run into, like I would never make it on time. You'd hit that Friday 5 p.m. traffic going up north, you'd be like 4 hours late. No, and I explained that to her. And she's like, can you stay? Like, no. No is a sentence. No is an answer. And she's like, can you stay? No! I'm so sorry. I feel like she doesn't do that to anyone else. I don't know why she does that to you. Oh, she's coming. Hi, ladies. Good morning. Morning. So I made the sections. Lily, you're going to be in 1, Jill's going to be in 2, and you're going to be in 3. But section 3 is last cut. Wait, sorry, it was just your turn for section 3. But I'm first cut because I need to leave. Can I be section 3 and first cut? That's not how it works. You know we don't switch those around. We can't do that. I need to leave as soon as possible or I'm not gonna get there. It's not even her birthday, right? It's gonna be like an 8-hour drive if I leave any later than 1. What if you just flew instead? Why would I pay hundreds of dollars to fly when I can drive? And it would only take 4 to 5 hours if I left on time. Well, you are last cut, so we'll see. Even if I'm last cut, I would get to leave when my shift ends. Well, once your replacement gets here. No, I'm leaving when I'm off. I know Greg and Anna aren't working today, so you're gonna try and make me stay until like 4. I'm not doing that. There's no need to yell at me or get upset over anything, and I did not say that. I'm not stupid. Did you find someone to cover Greg and Anna's shift? No. Sorry, couldn't help it over here. I can switch with her, and she can have my section and be first cut, and I'll just cover for Greg and Anna. I've been wanting extra hours anyway. Thank you so much, Lily. I really owe you. There, you found someone to cover them. I already made the sections. You're assigned to 1, you're assigned to 3. You just found someone to cover their shift, so why would I have to stay? I didn't say you had to. So then I'm leaving when my shift ends. Leave when your replacement gets here. You know this. Lily just said she would cover Greg and Anna's shift. She's first cut because she's in section 1. She'll probably leave an hour before her shift ends. I'll just wait here, read a book, eat something. I can cover Greg and Anna's shift. Well, you could cover Greg or Anna's, but not both. You're not 2 people. I have 2 shifts that need to be covered. Before she said something, I was gonna cover both. Oh my god. You really can't be just an hour late to your mom's dinner? An hour isn't that much, and you probably see your mom all the time. Well, she lives 5 hours away, so I only see her like 3, maybe 4 times a year if I'm lucky. I mean, you know I never take time off of work. Yeah, that makes you one of our hardest working employees. That's why I want you to work tomorrow. But you said you asked everyone else and they said no. I have time off. You know this. If there's other people to ask them. There is no one else to ask. You're my last hope. There is no one else to ask. You're my last hope. You are one of my hardest workers, though. You can still be first cut if you work the extra. I was already supposed to be first cut tomorrow. Right. Well, since Greg and Anna won't be there, you'd have to stay anyway, because who would take over for you? There's 2 other servers working in the morning. Right, but they're off at the same time as you, and they said they couldn't stay. Yeah, I can't stay either. I have to get to my mom's birthday dinner. A 5-hour drive. Why can't you just be 1 hour late? Well, first of all, you said you needed 2 hours covered, and even if I stayed 1 hour longer, especially 2, I would hit such bad traffic that I would be like 4 hours late. Well, I mean, if you were willing to stay just an hour late, you'd hit that traffic and then be late anyway, so why not just stay the extra 2 hours, miss the dinner, and then just leave that night or the next day? Because I'm gonna leave when I'm scheduled so I can make my mom's birthday dinner because she's my mom. I'll think it over and discuss it with you tomorrow, your shift. There's nothing to think over. I'm leaving at the end of my shift or when I'm cut as first cut, like you said. Okay, we'll see. See you tomorrow. Hey Jill, how are you? I'm fine. I just had 5 days off. What about you? You don't look so good. It's that obvious. I've barely slept in the last 9 days. I'm on my 8th day in a row working, but thankfully tomorrow I just have a 4-hour shift. I'm supposed to be first cut, and then I get 3 days off, and I'm so excited. Oh my god, 9 days in a row? Were you scheduled that way? Well, I was working 4 days in a row, had 1 day off, then 4 days in a row, but manager asked me to work this one day because someone was sick or something, so I was like, sure. It was only supposed to be a tiny shift, but it turned into a double, and then a couple days later, I had to do another one. I don't know, whatever. It's okay to say no to extra hours. There's plenty of employees she could ask someone else. No, but I'm terrible at saying no, and she said that she already called a bunch of people and they said no, and I was her last option, and I just felt so bad, and I also want the money, and see how everyone else said no? You can say no too. I mean, we probably weren't even that busy. Manager just likes being perfectly staffed, and she could always step in if she needed to. I'll have to get better at saying no, but I'm available every day of the week, so I think that's why she always calls me. Hi, Jill. Welcome back. Hope you had a good staycation. Are you clocked in? No, not yet. I just walked in the door. Okay, well, come to my office when you are clocked in. I have a question for you. Have a good shift, guys. Hi, manager. Okay, say it with me. No, I cannot work. No, I cannot work. No, I cannot work. Your turn. It could just be a scheduling issue or something else. Whatever makes you feel better. Good luck. Hi, manager. What did you need? Hi, so Greg and Anna called out for tomorrow, and now there's this big gap in my schedule because they were the only ones working for about 2 hours, during our slow period. And I know you requested tomorrow off, but I was wondering if you could just fill in just for those 2 hours. I do work tomorrow, but I only work until 1. Yeah, the gap is from 1 to 3, the slowest time of the day. Well, I'm supposed to drive back home for my mom's 50th birthday. We're having dinner at 6, and it's a 4 to 5 hour drive. Is her birthday tomorrow, or you're just having dinner with her? Well, her birthday's the day after tomorrow, technically, but we're having dinner as a big family and then just our immediate family on her birthday. I regret saying that. So you can just leave the next day for the immediate family dinner. Oh no, I'm the one who's planning this dinner and everything. I made the reservation. I can't miss it, and I mean that would be 10 days in a row working. It's just 2 hours. It's not the whole night shift. I mean, I believe in you. You can just be an hour late, right? Hi, welcome to restaurant. Did you have a reservation? Yeah, for Smith. All right, great. You can follow me. Okay, and this will be your table. Why are there people sitting there? 1 second. Let me just go check up front. Did I read the iPad wrong? Nope, Smith is supposed to be at table 40. Why is someone sitting there? Whoa, what's wrong? The iPad says Smith party of 4 is supposed to be at table 40, but when I led them there, someone else was sitting there. What? Maybe they moved tables or something? I think Erin sat them. Let me ask her. Hey, Erin, did you seat the people at table 40? Huh? What? The people who are sitting at table 40 over there, did you seat them? Yeah. Why? Well, that table was reserved for Smith, not Johnson. Well, I sat them at their correct table. They must have just moved on their own. Okay. Well, they were sat in the dining room and were supposed to be sat in the bar area. I don't know, they just wandered over there themselves, I guess. I guess we can just have them switch tables so the server sections don't get messed up. Good idea. So where are you gonna put them? They're gonna go where Johnson was supposed to sit. I just said that. Oh my god, can you wipe off their table? Because if they were just there, they probably left a mess. What do you mean? Well, if you sat Johnson at their table and brought them waters and stuff, they probably left a little bit of a mess. So can you clean it up? I think it's clean already, actually. Erin, I don't know if you think I'm stupid, but you either led them to the wrong table and you're just not confessing to your mistake, or you knew they switched tables, cleaned it, and didn't tell us. Hi, my name is Sydney. I post a lot of skits and story times here on TikTok, but I'm also a barista at Starbucks and a college student. I was hired in February of 2023, so I've been there for almost 2.5 years, and the reason that I started working there was because I found out about something called the Starbucks College Achievement Plan, where if you work part-time hours at Starbucks, so a minimum of 20 hours a week, they will pay for your degree at ASU Online completely. College is very, very expensive, obviously, and growing up, I loved Starbucks. I was obsessed with it. My mom could give you the rundown of how much money I probably spent there, and my mom loves it too. So she found out about this and was like, you need to do this. This is perfect for you. Around the same time, I was hired at Starbucks and started ASU Online. I started posting stories about when I was a hostess in high school, and people ended up loving them. My account grew, and now I have 435,000 followers on here, which is crazy. The reason I'm making this video right now is because Starbucks is hiring a global coffee creator to go to unique Starbucks locations around the world, like the Reserve in Milan or the coffee farm in Costa Rica, which is where their beans come from. That's something you learn about when you start up at Starbucks. And this person will capture the journey and the love of coffee and share it to social media. There are endless reasons I would
তোমার মেয়েকে যদি সুন্দর না লাগে তাহলে না ছেলে পালিয়ে যাবে।
আমার মেয়েকে দেখে কোনো দিনও কোনো ছেলে পালাবে না।
নতুন জামাই ছবি দেখছিস?
আজকের দিনে তো মোস্টা কাটতে পারতি নাকি?
আমি বললাম না আমি আমার জামার ছবি দেখবো না, একেবারে জামাইকে সরাসরি দেখবো।
আমার মসজিদ থেকে নজর দিবি না।
চলো চলো, কি হয়েছে?
শরবতের পালা তো শেষ হলো, এখন আমাদের পাওনা মেটান।
আমরা কি ধার করেছিলাম আপনার কাছ থেকে? ওরা কি কৃপণ নাকি?
আমি ছেলের এলাকায় একজনকে ফোন করেছিলাম, জানতে পেরেছি ছেলের আগে একটা বিয়ে হয়েছিল।
কি বললি?
ছেলের বিয়ে হয়েছে, আবার ডিভোর্সও হয়ে গেছে।
না না, এই বিয়ে হবে না। এই বাপ ছেলে দুজনই বাট মানে আপনি দয়া করে থামবেন সবাই।
নিবিড় ছাওয়ায় সুখের ছোঁয়ায় রইব দুজন, এই তো আশা হৃদয় জুড়ে তোমার জন্যে।
ফ্রেস্কো ওভেন প্রুফ কন্টেইনার, খাবারের যত্নে থাকুন নিশ্চিন্ত। ফ্রেস্কো কন্টেইনার।
Như bọn là cái cường ấy, cái cường ở miền núi nó quay đi thôi. Đó lại chết cái bình dưng nó đập. Bây giờ đó là con đập lại vất tinh.
এটা কিসের মাংস ভাই? গরু। খাসির মাংস দেন আমারে।
খাসি নাই।
ছাগলে আর কি কি খায়?
পোলাও খায়, কোরমা খায়, চিতল মাছের কোপ্তা খায়, সালাদও খায়, সব খায়।
আপনি তো একটু একটু পড়াশোনা পারেন, রিক্সা চালান বাদ দিয়া অন্য কিছু করন যায় না?
এই সময় বাড়িতে এসেন কেন?
বোর গোসল দেখতে।
মিশা কথা। ছাগল কিনছেন, টাকা পেয়েছেন কই?
তোমারে কই নাই, জমাইছিলাম।
তোরা মাংস কাটতে এত দেরি করে ফলাইলি?
কাকা আপনি তো কইছিলাম যে আরো দুইজন লোক দরকার, আপনি তো রাজি হন।
আপনি সেমাই খান, আমি এটা পইরা আসি, আমার আর তর্স হইতেছে না।
আরে সারা শুধু শুধু খাড়ায় আছো কেন? একটু হাসো, ফ্রি ফ্রি ছাগল পাইতাছো।
সারাটা দিন আমাকে কথা শুনিয়ে শুনিয়ে কাজ করিয়েছে। আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, আমার সংসারে আমার কাজ করতে কোনো সমস্যা নেই। নিজের ঘরে এরকম ফিসফিসিয়ে কথা বলছো কেন?
আরে মা কোথায়?
মা তো ঘুমাচ্ছে।
শিওর?
আপনি যে আমার ছোট ছোট বিষয়গুলোতে এত খেয়াল রাখেন, এতেই আমার ভালো লাগে।
তোমার জন্য একটা জিনিস আনছি।
কি জিনিস আনছোস?
আপনি একটু চিন্তা করেন আপনার জন্য কি আনছি।
এই এত ছোট বাসায় তো তিনজনের হয়, কষ্ট হয় না থাকতে?
আচ্ছা বিয়ান সাহেব, আপনি কি আপনার মেয়েকে দেখতে এসছেন না কথা শোনাতে এসছেন?
মা, আজকে রান্নাটাকে তো দারুণ হয়েছে। অনেক দিন পর তোমার হাতে রান্না খেলাম। কোথা থেকে আসলে?